Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 60. So, it's one of those funny things where, this video seems to take forever, man. Every time, every step of the way, this video is just like one of those fights, to get your video done, because, it's unusual for me to ever, take a nap. And yesterday, literally, we ate dinner early, and literally, I fell asleep at 6 o'clock, and I didn't wake up until almost 10 o'clock yesterday. And the day before, I took one, and yesterday I planned on, getting everything together, well, Friday, planning on getting everything together to do the video. It's just one of those things where it was a fight, but that's why it's now currently 4 o'clock in the morning, and I am stood up basically all night to get everything together, to get this video done, get it over with, and move on. So, first of all, the first thing I got is a message from NextShredder1 about MIA gamers. Hey Trouble, don't know if this is something you've covered in the news before, but I wonder what you thought about cool gamers who appear to be MIA on YouTube. In this case particular, I'm referring to the much-loved Scandinavian hero, TameFame, who has been MIA for about 3 or 4 months now. Does anyone know how he is? Are they in touch with him elsewhere, like Facebook? I don't use Facebook or anything like that, so I wouldn't know. Check out his channel comments and you'll see a lot of people are wondering the same thing. I just hope the guy's okay. Now, I don't know where he is. I know he's been gone. His last video was 4 months ago, and I'm subscribed to him, ironically enough. So I put that out to you. Does anybody know what happened to TameFame? Now, as MIA gamers, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people go MIA from YouTube. Maybe something's come up in their personal life. Maybe something happened to a family member. Maybe they had to work more hours at their job. Maybe simply they didn't like the content or what they were doing on YouTube. And once you get out of making videos, it's like a lot of other things. Sometimes it's very hard to get back in the groove again after you've gone for a while. But I mean, there's just so many reasons. Maybe whatever's going on doesn't give him the opportunity to leave a message or make a video. I mean, I would hope if I ever got the chance, knowing that I'd go MIA for a while, that I'd be able to at least either leave a bulletin or make a video saying I'd be gone for a while. But things can arise, The unpredictable makes life interesting. So next up, my next message I got was from Destruktive, and it is titled Community Website. I thought I'd invite you to a website I recently created called TubeGamers.com. It's basically a site for YouTube gamers that I created to give YouTubers the option to have their own place to communicate online. Right now there's a forum, blog system, and an image gallery going on, but basically anything can be done to it if there's a need for it. I'm going to write some articles on how to capture video game footage, and starting March, write YouTuber of the Month interviews with certain people. I really want to highlight the awesome people that are making videos here on YouTube. The site is starting to get some people there already, but I wish to make this reach out to more people. And I will link below to the video, New Gaming Community, which is in his channel, if you want a link to check out that website and him describing it. So, really cool website. I've actually been there before. In this website, at the very bottom they have an RSS feed, because if you put a certain tag in your video, it takes the current 8 ones that it finds and it puts in the RSS feed. So, some interesting news I saw, video game news, that caught my attention. I saw it on February 23rd. It was Sony Computer Entertainment Europe has revealed a new dual view 3D mode for the PS3 at a London demo event. It allows 2 players to play against each other in the same room on the same TV without having split screen. Each player will see 2 completely different set of images on the same screen at the same time. Now, the only thing they didn't get into is, was this 3D glasses, or was it, I couldn't imagine you looking at the screen, each person seeing something different. But if you're wondering what game could be coming out in the future that could possibly have this capability, well, the game is already out, as none other than Killzone 3. So, that was interesting to me. So, now let's get into the comments from my last YouTube Gaming Community video about either websites you go to for your game collection or websites you like to go to and communicate when you're not on YouTube. And the first one is by Mr. DeBach, and it is, he goes to Screw Attack and All Gen Gamers Forum. Next up is Scott Lewis Gaming Blog. I use GameSpot to track my collection. They tend to include every retro game I ever buy, and it's a huge choice. It's a huge choice, and that is why I choose them. Just bumbling through my words today. Next up is SC Scandinavian. I go to YT Gaming now because it's new and pretty damn cool. I used to go to EMU Asylum and EMU SA when it was called that way back, but it's gotten real slow lately. There's NeoGaf 2 and a couple other ones I can't remember. YT Gaming is really cool though, put together by Jurassic Junkie, and it couldn't be more professional. Now I've gone to this one also, and this is another situation. They have categories atop the website. Depending on what tag you put in underneath the tag in your video, it will find, it searches YouTube and it puts those videos in that category on that website for other people to see. So first, to check that site out. Next up, On the Air Fan. I go to Cheap Ass Gamer to do my collection. Next up, AP3X.exe. I tend to socialize on GOG.com. It's a site I've been going to for over 2 years, which sells classic PC games and has a great community. I do go to YT specific forums and of course YouTube itself. Next up, Freak Indie. I'll just stick to Moby Games and Google Docs to keep track of my collection. Otherwise, I've gotten Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, blog, Vagon forums, LazyGameReviews.com, his website, etc. to socialize. Ask E Guitar. Man, am I messing these up today or what? If all else fails, I could just use a spreadsheet for his collection. Next up, Nightbirds. I am a fan of Giant Bomb. You can put up your collection, but it's also a great place for info about games. Particularly, there are a lot of obscure info. Great site, very well worth checking out. Next up, The Completionist. I don't really use any site to post my own game collection. However, I do use Backloggery to keep track of all the games that I've completed. I add games to the Backloggery as I complete them. There is one gaming forum site that I frequent. That site is Gaming Force. I'm kind of reluctant to let people know that because the forum site is very harsh. They have little to no tolerance to members who post topics that warrant little discussion. I love the site because we're like family on that site. And next up, J Furo. I use RF Generation for my video collection tracking. I don't use the forum there. I tend to get all I need from the forum on Atari Age. So I'll put links to all those people's channels who I read their comments. Next up, videos to check out today. VintageVideoGameGeek. Finding a Famicom converter. For those who don't know, certain NES games inside them had a thing in them to convert Famicom games, and you could open it up and take it out and use it if you wanted to. If you want to see the list or how to do it, check out his video. Next up, Black Lily 8, Mad Chat 92, Mail Order Monsters. If you don't know, if you've never played the game Mail Order Monsters, check that video out. And of course, like always, he goes over the history of it. A Murphy 245, Sega Saturn Virtual Stick HSS-0136. If you've never seen that arcade stick, check it out. Next up, Techno Guy 3, Nerd Cave Tour 2011. And I always love people's setups. Next up, 8-Bit Goombas Video Game Toys. If you want to see some cool video game toys, check his video out. Next up, Jill Poo 3, Nintendo Junkie Tuesday, Episode 40, Wii Operation and Fridge Parts. If you want to see what the inside of the Wii looks like, since there was a nickel inside of it and he opened up to try to fix it, or if you've never played Fridge Darts, check that video out. I know if I ever played Fidge Darts, my wife would probably kill me, but that's a different story altogether. Amisbro's Late Night Shift 2/24/11, Beyond the Limits of YouTube. In this video, he discusses typing your channel name in Google and seeing the results you get of where your videos are. Because if you did not shut off syndication, your videos could be anywhere. I mean, I typed mine in, and mine were, in a manicure site. Because there are a lot of link farms out there, websites that just basically link videos together, hoping to get some views on their site or attention. So, if you want to have a good bit of comedy, type in your name, and you will find yourself in some very, very interesting places, and also some very cool places too. Next up, AtariLeaf's channel update. He's now back on YouTube, obviously not like he used to be, but the most important part of this video, I think a lot of people should watch it for, is he discusses that he was doing pickup videos on YouTube and it got to the point where he was just buying games to do pickup videos. Now, I know when I first started doing pickup videos, I was buying games to do pickup videos, but I was buying games that I was either interested in or games that I wanted to own. I really never bought a game that I would never play. But in his case, I know how this is. A lot of people, I think, do this. They start doing videos on YouTube and pickups, and they just buy games to do another pickup video. But they're buying games that they either never want to play, only played or review one time, or systems they never really wanted to own. And so, he explains why, you know, basically why he sounded the way he did in the original video when he said he was going to be off YouTube for a while, and actually update you on what he has left and what he got rid of. So, if you're interested, check that out. OldSchoolNYCGamer Playfire and my future on it. Now, if you want to see what Playfire looked at the time I talked about it, check this video out. I did go back to Playfire today, and they have changed the site again. Now the homepage is more like a Twitter page, where you can Twitter or update whatever you're doing, or you can put a game, and there's a little thing below, you can tab on what game you own, and you can talk about that game. And as you look at the front page, it shows you posts of what other people have commented about the games that you own. Not your game, but their game, the games they have or about that game. And you can now search for games. You can, like, there's a search bar. You can search for games and click add to your collection. But instead of collection, it says games played. And I think one of the main points I'll talk about is why Playfire is going to take a hit from this is because if people didn't get the email that they sent out, or people go there and have to sign in again and they see what it is and they don't realize either the features may come back or you've changed it, people say, okay, I've had enough and move on. Those people will never come back to the website. In today's internet age, people move on to something quickly when they lose interest, and they move on to the next thing. That's what hurt Playfire. So, next up, NeoFlynn, 2 birds with 1 stone, pickups, and my first ever tag video. So, I was tagged in this video and I did respond to it earlier in the week, and there's the tag. It says open tag to everybody. It's basically you shout out the 5 channels, YouTube channels you're currently watching. I could have made that list 50 or 100. I know I did list a lot of people after the original 5, but the truth is I listed people that I've been 4 of the 5 people that I've watched since I first started making videos on YouTube, and the other person slightly after that. And it's hard, by the way, to limit down to, like a lot of people said in their videos to response, it's hard to limit just to 5 channels. I know it's hard for people to limit to 5 channels and afraid they're going to offend somebody because they didn't shout them out. So, next up, SHAURZ, Midnight Rambling 2, Japanese sellers are awesome. If you want to see some Japanese video games, check out that video. Really cool video. Next up, Jason Moore 87, We Are YouTube Gamers. He basically clips a lot of different people together, and he's usually comedy, people in the gaming community, and that's his usual comedy, so if you're interested, check that out. And next up, Philip2, shout out. He wanted me to shout out Sid N64's video, Nerf 4 8-bit Brawl. So they have Nerf guns and they're running around, and it's really, really cool because it's like a first-person shooter with boss battle and everything. It's really, really cool, really, really funny. You really, really got to watch the very end of the video because that is the very coolest part of the video. So, next up, I wanted to talk. Oh, last video I forgot real quickly. EquilibriumGaming just did a video about I don't know the name of the arcade stick, but a arcade stick he got for his birthday along with his birthday pickups. So if you're interested, check that video out. I'll put a link to that below also. And it starts off with a lot of funny comedy, how he's sitting there waiting for the joystick to take forever to come in. It's really funny, so check that out. So, because NeoFlynn did his tag video, it made me sit there thinking, made me dust off the old light bulb in the brain some people think I don't use, and the idea came to me that what I'm going to do is a while ago I turned over my checkout channel page to people who picked out channels. Well, this time around I've decided to do is I'm going to, since NeoFlynn gave me this idea, he will be the first spot on the 16 people on my checkout channel list. And what I'm going to do is this. Below, describe your channel. You can do it in a comment, a PM, or a video response. And on March 7th, I will list in my checkout channel page the first 15 people who respond, and I will continually do that every week until, you know, all the people who've responded in some way have been listed and shouted out. So what I'll do with this list is every Monday, starting on Monday the 7th, I'll list all the, you know, NeoFlynn plus the 15 other channels. On Monday, in that video, I will shout out the first 8 and put links in the description below in that video. And then on the Thursday, I will shout the other 7 and put them in the link below. There is no actual time limit on this. It doesn't matter how big or small your channel is. It's just my idea of with this video of want to do more with that with the community, so that's what I'm going to do. So tell everybody you know. It doesn't matter if they're subscribed to me or not. I'd love to shout out to do this as many people as possible. Hopefully you find some way to get them noticed, and it'd just be a cool idea. So anyway guys, that's all for this video. The next video will be on Tuesday, so see you then.